In this episode of Road to the Show, we have come down to Hedon headquarters to meet Reg, the founder, and discuss all things Hedon. Good to see you, mate.
How's it going?
Yeah,
nice
good.
to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's my first time coming down here.
Really?
Yeah, it's an amazing space you've got here. Yeah, I wore my old this was our first full face collab.
Yeah, this was the first collab on the full face.
Yeah, 2016?
2017, I think.
Because we had it at the first Cafe Racer Cup, didn't we? I remember we
did, yeah.
had it there.
And we did some filming there.
I love this helmet. I love this helmet. All right, before we dig into helmets, we need to start at the beginning. When did Hedon begin?
So, we launched the brand officially at EICMA in November 2013.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so a little bit over 10 years ago. And
2013, that was the first year we did a show.
Really?
Yeah, so that was the sort of start point for us as well.
So that was a big start for us. You know, me and Lindsay.
This is where Lindsay should be.
Yeah, my wife, co-founder, and she's the creative brains behind
Hedon.
Yeah,
Cool.
I can't take any credit for that. Yeah, she's visiting suppliers at the moment, but she'll be back next week, and she'll be there for the show.
Cool. We are 4 weeks out from the show now, so yeah, it's getting quite close.
I know.
But you guys have been founded 2013. You first came to Bike Shed Show. You did the Paris ones, didn't you?
We did the Paris one. Me and Lindsay. So we visited before I met all of you guys. We we knew about bike sheds, and we visited as just punters. I think that was 2014. I want to say.
Okay. Yeah. That was our first show at Tobacco Docks.
It was the first year at Tobacco Docks.
Yeah.
And then the next year we attended the show, and so 2013 we launched, but all we had was samples. So we spent almost a year developing the brand and all the samples in our living room.
Right.
Lindsay even made a little miniature 3D model of our stand at EICMA.
Right.
And yeah, then we rented a camper van and we drove all the way to Milan, and there it was.
The brand.
Yeah.
Amazing. And that at first you just had the open face Hedonist, wasn't it? Was that the first?
We had a Hedonist, and we also had another model called the Dopa, which was a half face with a visor. We dropped it after a couple of years to focus on the Hedonist.
And then the Epicurist with the flip visor, did that come in?
We did the Epicurus. I want to say that was 2015.
The first collaboration helmet we had at the Paris show in 2014, and we did 2 open face helmets, didn't we?
We did 2 open face helmets.
Yeah.
Should I grab them?
Yeah, let's have a look at them. That's sort of the beginning point of our collab story, isn't it? It was Gareth Roberts was Bike Shed brains behind these at the time, wasn't he?
Gareth was the first person I talked to. So I remember we sent him a sample, to his place in London, and that's how it started. And he loved the helmets, loved the quality and the design, and yeah.
There we go. I remember having these on the shop in Paris, and they went down so well. They still stand up today. That was what?
Yeah.
9 years ago?
No, they look great.
I'd do that design exactly the same. Fantastic. And so then, after this collab, we did the first full face down there.
Yeah.
I remember working on that with Lindsay, and I was kind of having some rough ideas that I was putting back and forward, and then she sent that back to me, and I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
This looks amazing.
Yeah. The next one was the Carbon Racer.
The Carbon Racer, which recently relaunched, and it's still one of the most popular helmets. And it looks great.
I love that design. That was again, I remember getting the email and opening up Lindsay's design and going, yes, wonderful.
Yeah, she's really good at getting it right.
It's so hard to picture it when you're working in 2D design, to picture it across the whole helmet, and I guess that's her sort of bag, isn't it? Picturing it across the whole thing.
She's amazing at doing that. And like you said, it's one thing envisioning something on a helmet, in 2D, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you have to work on the side view, the front view, the back view, but then all of it needs to work together on the round surface.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's always a
Well,
challenge.
you guys have done so many fabulous collabs now. Of course, you do the Distinguished Gentleman's Rides helmets. When did you start doing those?
So we started in 2015
Right.
with DJR.
What year is this one?
This was 2022.
Oh, cool. Of course.
Yeah.
Perfect. And there's the new one. The one for this year is
The one for this year is
it's a couple of weeks away now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've
it's a couple
seen
of weeks
it.
away.
Beautiful.
I think we've got some of the samples downstairs.
Wheels and Waves.
Yeah, there was Wheels and Waves. We've done quite a few with Wheels and Waves. You know,
And then you did 4H10, Trevor.
4H10 was the first collab we did.
Was it?
It was the very first one. Still one of my favorites.
Was that with the red?
It was you know, black base with the red,
Yeah.
gold stripes. It was designed by Scott Design.
Right.
He was you know, really talented, and he was working with 4H10. Yeah, great helmet. Had perforated leather as well.
Right.
It was really cool. Really
I
cool
see,
helmet.
see another name here. Are we allowed to show that?
Yeah, yeah. We did 2 collabs with Saint Laurent.
This is one of them, yeah?
Yeah. So we did one on the e-bike helmet, and we did 2 versions of this. One with the gold stars and one black on black.
From buying a camper van, hiring a camper van, doing a tiny little set design and launching in 2013, it's come a long way.
2013,
hasn't
and
it?
to be fair, we didn't know anything about the custom scene. I mean, I was in the motorcycle industry. I was in helmet manufacturing. Lindsay was a product and graphic designer.
Perfect combo.
Yeah, perfect combo. But we didn't really know anything about you know, the new wave custom scene or whatever you call it.
That's when it was
We
all-
just wanted to do something that we liked and that we liked to wear. And yeah, so you know, when we came to the show, it was successful, you know, pretty quickly. But we didn't have production at the time, just samples. So quickly we had to raise money, put a production together, and yeah, it's been
been a hell of a
quite
ride.
the journey since
Yeah.
since then.
I love how across all the different collabs, all the different shells, it's so obviously always Hedon. Do you know what I mean? Your sort of brand language and design, it's so recognizable.
Yeah, we'll continue to do that. I mean, the full face was, you know, the Heron was a very important step for us because, you know, we wanted to do a full face, but we needed to get the design just right, you know. And
So classic, isn't it?
classic, but modern at the same time. A bit like, you know, retro sci-fi, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
And also, it's such an elegant shape. You can dress it in many different ways. You know, you can make it look futuristic. You can make it look more retro. It's just a
Classic.
just a classic shape. Yeah,
Is it all right if we have a little look around downstairs? And
yeah,
you talk
no
us through a
problem.
few of the
I'll take you around and
processes?
show you the different steps.
Okay.
So, you know, the simple colors,
Sort of your stable blacks. And
steel black,
Yeah.
you know, the whites, the blacks, or you know, the cream. They will come ready-made from the, you know, from the factory.
Yeah.
It's done by really skilled individuals in you know, quite a small workshop.
Yeah.
Um,
And then here you do all the custom.
we do all the custom, we do
designs.
all the made-to-order. Also, you know, some of the single colors. But if it's anything from our made-to-order section, so something that we don't stock,
Yeah.
it'll be made here.
Your configurator is a lot of fun to play.
Thank
in.
you.
It's so cool playing with all the colours. The bike's always just kicking around as well.
It is. I mean, sometimes I have to put it out because, you know,
Right.
it's taking too much of a space. But yeah,
Is this your bike?
that is my bike. Yeah,
Fantastic. I love
I've
it.
had it for.
Is this the one that used to be black and gold?
Yeah, it used to be black with gold and copper leafing.
Yeah,
and
it's had a few
it's had a
edits
little bit.
over the
Yeah, it's had a
years.
bit of a.
And this
bit
is
of revamp.
this is Foundry's work,
This, yeah,
isn't
this
it?
is made by Tom at Foundry.
Yeah.
He did the custom exhaust as well,
Right.
and he got the, you know, the tank painted for me as well.
And then this is where it all happens.
So Igor at the back will sand and prepare the shelf painting.
Right.
He will also be the last step when, you know, the helmets have been glossed, and he will give it the last polish. So this needs to be absolutely smooth. You know, if there are any imperfections or little holes, we'll need to fix it, polish it, and then prep it for painting. And that's the job of Igor. So Igor will prep the shells before painting, and then after painting, he will also polish them.
Finish them.
You know, for them to be ready for trimming, which is the next step. Basically, this is where they will mix the, you know, the base coats, the different colors of paints, but also the finish. There's different formulas depending on, you know, what paint we're using. When the helmets are ready for painting, then either Igor or Christian here will, you know, will paint the helmets. He's doing it's a custom helmet that we're doing for Trevor. So this is already quite a few hours into the job. There's already been multiple layers of paint. For each color, basically, you have to paint another layer, mask the other colors, and then
remove the tiny
then you remove the
pieces.
excess, yeah, and then move on to the next layer.
To prep and paint from the shell to that finished helmet, how many days work is that?
I mean, it's a process, you know, it's at the minimum, you know, 3 days, I would say. And it depends on the complexity, because between each layer you need to, you know, into paint, you need to let it dry. You need to correct imperfections.
Yeah.
And a helmet like this will take several days to complete and many hours of, you know, of complex work. And also, you know, if anything happens, obviously you have to start again. So it can be quite a lengthy process. When you finish the whole helmet, you then have to varnish it, polish it, and there's several layers that you need to do. And the more layers of paint and different colors you have, the more varnish you need to put on the helmet, the more layers of varnish, just to make sure the helmet is smooth. And you have this, you know, deep gloss finish, where you can see a depth of color. And for you not to feel any imperfections or any step in the helmet, you know, it needs a lot of varnishing, polishing, varnishing, polishing.
Seeing some old favourites up here. That was the 4H10, wasn't it?
That is the 4H10, yeah.
I love the Art Deco DJI.
That's the very first collab helmet we did.
The first collab. Wonderful.
And that's my favorite DJI helmet of all times. This is the Kingpin. This is the Kingpin. So this was the one for, you know, the top fundraiser.
Yeah. So the leaf base and then the black, is that on top of the leaf or?
So I think you have to do the base coat first.
Yeah.
Then the leafing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, peel out.
Wow. Wow. Oh look, bike shed. One of our collab sheets.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the paint booth, right?
That is the paint booth. When you've done multiple colors, every color is another layer of paint. Right. Then you end up with steps here. And so that needs to be sanded and glossed several times so that you don't have any step and it's nice and smooth.
Right.
These ones are already done, so you can feel that this no step.
Oh yeah. And
here, because we did the logo.
Right.
We need to re-sand it and re-gloss again. So make a nice finish without steps.
So that's the leafing. So anything that you see with a silver finish or the metallic python.
And you've got the bike that matches this one, doesn't you? We had a look at that outside as we were coming in.
That's right. Yeah, we did a matching tank on an XS 615. So here is Precious.
Hello, little pooch.
Did you come and say hello?
Quality control. Gorgeous. Sorry, we're just rocking up in the middle of your day, getting in the way.
That's fine. So I'm doing a silver leafed helmet, and Sarah's doing a metallic python. Scales on that one, you can just make sure that's going
They're
in
always
the direction.
going in the same direction.
And then at the very end, we'll go over it, and it becomes completely smooth. Like all the little pieces and folds disappear.
Such a beautiful workstation. I love the flowers and the vintage.
Oh yeah, they're actually left over from her birthday.
It's gorgeous. It's so nice seeing how it all comes together. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
But you can see on the rack over there, there's a few that we've done yesterday.
Okay.
And they have casting with the leaves, so.
Right.
As you can see, after glossing, it will change the look of the leafing as well.
Right.
Sort of changes the color.
You can see one that's been glossed and sanded over here.
Okay.
I'll show you an example.
Oh, wow.
So we do one layer of gloss and then this is sanded, and just to make sure it's completely smooth, and then the final gloss goes on top.
Such a stunning finish.
Yeah, it's always a killer in production. You know, every little imperfection, if you miss a step or if there's anything that happens, you have to start a lot of the process again.
Yeah.
So,
amazing. Thank you, Kira.
So at every step you need to glue, block the leather, stretch it.
And this is this happens before it goes to the riveting and the EPS.
This is like the last stage before it
Then it will
gets
come
built.
to Dan for the final assembly.
I guess you're always fighting with the fact that you need everything to be so clean, but every process creates dust.
So then we'll have to rivet all the hardware, rivet the chin strap, put the logo on.
So where did the name come from?
So Lindsay came up with the name, and it's it's a play on hedonistic,
Right.
pursuit of pleasure,
Yeah.
and head on, like put your helmet on,
Put your helmet on your head. Yeah. Hedonistic. It's brilliant.
and it's that's what head on is about.
Yeah.
It's about having fun, it's about pleasure. I think we brought this bike at the Paris bike shed.
I came to Paris as well.
I think so,
Yeah, fantastic.
Beautiful exhaust that Tom made. That's claimed quite a few thighs.
Yeah, I bet it has.
Yeah, I really got into riding when we started Hedon.
Yeah. And there's been, I'm trying to think, you used to have was it an FZR? Did you have?
I had a GSXR 750 from 1989.
Right.
Beautiful bike, really loved it. We've got a bunch of other bikes. So this is a Trevor Stella DTRE, which we've customized to match one of our limited drop of helmets.
So this design is on a helmet as well from us?
Yeah, I'll show you the workshop.
Oh, fantastic. And this little Suzuki down here is
That's a project. That was my first project, so it's close to
completion.
after 10 years. I haven't
It
moved
looks
much.
ready to go.
That's a DS100. Really cool little bike.
Fabulous, beautiful tank. Had one of those at the show a couple of years ago that I remember.
Yeah, they've done a beautiful job.
Yeah. In the Shed Row. Oh, and that's the Dirtquake. Yeah, fantastic.
So that's my helmet. Done Dirtquake, few million miles. Been in the desert with it too.
Because you do the also the MX Peak, don't you?
The MX Peak. Yeah. And remember we have
the classic.
the classic.
Oh, we
bike
didn't
shed
mention
collab.
our classic collab. Yeah, of course. That's kind of like an evolution of the gold wraparound of the carbon racer, wasn't it?
Yeah, but with with the desert look and the perforated leather.
Listen, Reg, thanks so much for having us down, mate. It was great to see you. And
No, thanks for coming.
we'll see you at the show in May.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bike Shed. Best bike show in the planet.
Great, that's what we wanted to hear. Perfect way to end.